So, welcome everybody to this new video. And as you have seen on the title, I do a very strong claim that Squadron is releasing this year, and I will tell you why, of course. But keep in mind that I don't work for CIG. I don't know any developer of CIG. This is what software and game development tell me, and what they wrote on the roadmap roundup. Again, I might be right, I might be wrong, but I'm gonna explain you why is that. We are going to do like kind of a react here, and then I'm gonna explain you why do I feel this way, and why do I think that Squadron 42 is actually indeed releasing this year. Which kind of make a little bit sense if you go through the entire video and you hear what I have to say. It will kind of make sense. And yeah, let me know in the comments if what I said makes sense or not. But let's start. So this is a roadmap roundup for the 1st of July. That came on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, this is just information saying that they are doing a roadmap update, and this is just to make the communications more transparent about Star Citizen, Squadron 42, blah 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 blah. This is like copy pasta. There's nothing new here. Now, notable changes July 1st, 2026. We'd like to share an update on the upcoming Alpha 4.9.0 release, as well as our ongoing initiative to address many of the common bugs and issues that both new and veteran players encounter on a regular basis. Now, this goes according to what the live that they have with Jared, Benoit, Jan. It goes a little bit about it. I can quickly bring that here. Let me just give me a minute and I can bring that. I should have brought that. Wait. So if we go to Star Citizen, hopefully we can see the channel here. So this is everything that we heard here.
What are we
with Jared, and Benoit. And actually, since we are here on this video, I want to give a big props for Jared Yukabi, because he sometimes can say some rigid things or straight things about the community, but in this video he was super straight and super direct with the devs, and we got a lot of information because he just dressed like our side, the player side, and he made the questions that we wanted to question, and he went straight to the point. So for Jared, thank you for doing the questions that you have done, and yeah, just thank you. I think that you will never see my video, but anyways, thank you. I'm gonna leave this video on the description for you guys to see the video. I know that it's 2 hours, but it's super good if you see it. There's a lot of insights, what went wrong on 4.8, and we know like 4.8 was not the best one, right? We know about it, and yeah, even now they released the Shino threat. I might do a video about it, that there's some issues there, but let's not talk about 4.8. This is not about 4.8, it's about the future. But I just wanted to give some props to Jared for the work that you've done. So, as mentioning, yeah, this is what I was saying. As mentioned during a recent Star Citizen Live, we reassessed our bug prioritization process following the release of Alpha 4.8.0. As part of the effort, we refined how we prioritize bugs with increased involvement from senior leadership alongside our development, QA, player experience, community, and other supporting teams to help ensure we're focusing on the issues that will make the biggest impact. We are hopefully this approach means you'll feel the difference, more issues fixed, and your gameplay sessions noticeable improving. Based on reports from the issue council, Spectrum, Reddit, direct player feedback, and other sources, we have identified nearly 100 issues that significantly impact core gameplay systems and quality of life, covering areas including instance hangars, ATC, ship retrieval, freight elevators, quantum travel, star map routing, inventory UI, and interaction, ships being falsely marked as lost or destroyed, docking, ships and FPS, AI, logging flow, and exploits. So this is like kind of what makes people go away and not coming back to Star Citizen for a while. It's really annoying. I mean, everybody would like to have, especially the freight elevators, but not only the freight elevators, but like a lot of people that goes to do the Wicklow. I don't do Wicklow just because of that, but a lot of people that goes and does Wicklow just put the items that they need, and most of the times it's lost. So we are talking about weeks, months of work to get all of the items, sometimes even almost an year, to lose the items because of the freight elevators. But star map routing is also a problem. Quantum travel, especially when you go from on the wormhole. What else? So many things. Login flow, all of the exploits that we have seen, instance hangars that sometimes we see instance from another player. But again, this is all explained here on the Star Citizen Live. So just go ahead and have a look. Again, I will leave the link in the description. And now comes the interesting part. And keep in mind, 4.9 was supposed to have a lot of content, and they come back and I also, before I read this part, which will be important, I want to show you this. So people have been invited. I didn't, but that's not the case that I'm bringing here. But people have been invited to be in Manchester on October 9th through Sunday, October 11th, to join and play, experience, speak with the devs, play the Squadron 42. And this is one of the clues that lead me that is going to be released, but we have more things. So keep in mind that these issues has been there for months or even years, most of them, and they have never been fixed. And the thing is, if this was in closed doors development, we will never experience this. But they have this open development thing going on, and we experience this because they are putting more stuff, they are breaking other, they are creating more features, they are creating more infrastructure, all of that. And this happens. So, in addition, we're tracking a broader list of quality of life issues frequently reported by new players, while many veteran players have learned workarounds for common problems. They shouldn't have to. As we continue working toward making Star Citizen as welcoming as possible for new players, we're also addressing many of the issues that commonly affect the first hour of gameplay. Now again, I want to emphasize something. Here on the live, they said one thing that is extremely important. The tutorial is broken, okay? It's a luck if you can do the tutorial. For me, on the first time and on the second time that I tried to do, I couldn't do the tutorial, and I got lucky because I asked help on the chat, and we have an amazing community. And one guy, which I'm friend until today, just helping me, and he teaches me more than what the tutorial is doing. But the thing is, the tutorial is broken. It's completely broken. And also, it was one thing that they never fixed, or they never wanted to fix. And on this Star Citizen Live, they speak about like the first 1 hour experience of the players. Now, why this is important? Because the first 1 hour is what keeps most of the players playing Star Citizen on the long run. And why? Because then you get to experience like landing in a planet, locking inside of your ship, seeing like the sun on the planet, the sunrise, all of these kind of stuff that fascinate us. And in that 1 hour gap, you are most likely to see that. So it's super important that everything runs smoothly on that first hour. But also, as they said, like, we shouldn't be learning workarounds. We do it because we love the game, but we shouldn't do. And this is something that the new players will have to do. But let's continue. But just keep note of all of these things that I'm telling, because these will all connect. For those who remember the state of transit in early 2025, transit is another problem, but luckily they are already doing some fixes, and they already implemented a fix on Crimex. I think that the next one will be Area 18. Let's see. For those who remember the state of transit in early 2025, we're applying a similar philosophy here. At one point, months of bug fixing produced only incremental improvements, so we shifted our focus to developing new debugging tools for QA that could identify the root cause rather than simply addressing symptoms. The result is what many would consider a far more robust transit system today. Yes, this is not the real work that we are seeing right now. This was something that Benoit already spoke multiple times, which is a self-healing. Like when it breaks, it self-heals and gets on track. Like that's why sometimes we see trains like doing like kind of a bump, like the train goes like this and we see something like this and continues. This part right here is like, it's a system recognizing that the water problem that and the train was about to go out of the rails, and then it self-heals and comes back to the rails. So this is kind of that thing. It's not the real work that we are seeing today. The real work is just removing all of these self-heals and make it a system that actually works. Freight elevators are a good example of why this matters. Despite 70 or 80 fixes last summer, players still don't feel the system is as stable or reliable as it should be. Much of that work addresses individual symptoms rather than the underlying causes. Freight elevators interact with many other gameplay systems, creating a large surface area for issues, but as a core gameplay feature, they need to be dependable at all times. So this is something that also can happen during development when you want to ship a lot of things that like you want to ship a lot of things, and sometimes you patch on top of patch instead of going to the root cause and fix it. This is very common, especially if you have a product that you want to become MVP until you release. And we are speaking about Star Citizen that has code for 13, 14 years ago. So yeah, there's a lot of things that need to be rewritten, especially after the server meshing. And freight elevators, I'm pretty sure there is one of them. They need to go to the root cause and figure out what is going on and fix what is going on instead of putting a patch on top of the other. Because this is never good. This is good in the short term, but in the long term, you are fixing one thing and you are exposing 2 or 3 more issues. So it's kind of patches. How can I explain? Patches are good on the short term when you need to rush something until you figure out the actual problem, so that you can unblock the customers or the users or the gamers or whatever, the players. But it never fixes the root cause, and this is the thing. But the thing is, these patches that they implemented, it doesn't even fix or it doesn't even unblock the players, which is another issue. So, continuing, so far we've resolved roughly 20% of the issues, which is already insane. On our current priority list, we don't expect to complete every fix in time for Alpha 4.9, but we're confident this methodical root cause driven approach is the right path forward for systems or Star Citizen scale and complexity. So on that video as well, again on the Star Citizen Live, they go through all of the main issues, and it's not only these ones, they have more. This is the most important, but they have more that they want to look for that goes to that 100 issues. And yeah, we already seeing 20% of it for 4.9, and it's already good. It's quite good. Naturally, an initiative like this comes with trade-offs. It requires dedicated time from several of the teams responsible for these core systems, time that would otherwise be spent developing new features or supporting additional content. As a result, we temporarily pause work on the small number of features while we focus on improving the stability of these foundational systems. So again, why this happens? Well, if this would be in closed doors, and they will build it for, I don't know, 20, 40 years. They will build it, they will detect these issues, they will not care about these issues, and then at the end they will have a polishing phase where they will fix all of these issues and they will put the game ready for us to experiment and to play. This is an approach that, for instance, GTA goes. Why can Star Citizen do this? Well, we need to go back behind on the first GTA that was created. The first GTA that was produced was in 2D and was super basic. Super basic. And then they take like, 10 years or something of development, and they improve the game. They add more features, they add more systems, so on and so forth. The thing of Star Citizen is, if it will be released as it is today, it will not be worth it to play, because you have other games that does way more stuff than this game does. But the thing is, one thing we already see is this server meshing, which is something that they handle it very well. And I believe that they can reach, I will not say 20k as they say, but like 2k, 3k, 4k, 5k, whatever. I think that it's possible. And then all of this infrastructure, they need to implement it. And it's something that they cannot release the game before that. And since they are a new studio, the one way to support this is kind of doing an open development and doing the pledge as they do. And the backers like us, we need to help them. And this is very critical. It's an approach that we have seen already for games like Escape from Tarkov. It's very natural for this to do. But yeah, like them telling us that they will stop to fix these things, it's another thing that will lead for what I'm saying, that Squadron is going to be released this year. And I'm going to soon go to the point. With that in mind, we're moving Siege of Horizon and all instance-related content out of Alpha 4.9.0 and into a new 4.10 schedule for mid-August. This additional 4 weeks will allow us to continue hardening the features and technology and related deliverables spanned to that content. I think that this mid-August might go to the end of August, I feel it, but that's not what I want to bring. Instancing in particular introduces a significant number of new systems, backend service and gameplay mechanics that require additional validation before we're comfortable bringing them to life. Based on the recent tech preview builds, we believe more work is still needed. And now it comes what I was about to say. With these changes, Alpha 4.9 in mind in mid-July will still deliver a variety of reprioritized bug fixes, optimizations, quality of life improvements, and new content we're excited to get into your hands as quick as possible. Reflecting on this new initiative that continues beyond this month's release into 4.10 in August and 4.11 September. So, we reached to the point that I wanted. I don't think that I need to read the rest. As always, thank you. It's just for all of our feedback. This is important part, and this is what led to me say that confidently Squadron 42 is going to be released this year. Again, I am not working for CIG. I don't know any person in CIG. I don't know anything. This is just me guessing. And why do I say this? Well, bear with me and try to think the way that I'm thinking. So, Squadron 42, there will have an event in October, right? And the week after, as many of the backers and people and fans on the community said, on the week after is the first 42nd week. The 42nd week of the year, which reminds the Squadron 42. And now, why am I bringing this? October. September is before October, which in turn, August is before September, which in turn, July is before August. And what do they want to do? In these 3 months, they want to release more content, but also 100 issues that significantly impact core gameplay systems and quality of life, which are these ones. So, instead of having, as I said, a bi-monthly patch, we will have one patch per month, 4-week cycle, which was something that they made last year to improve the game. And why is that? Think with me. If you play a game, a single player game, like let's bring GTA again. If you play GTA, the single player, you finish the single player, probably you are going to do the side quests, all of that. And then at the end, there's not that much to do. Of course, you can platinum the game and all of that. Hey, Golfman12, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Of course, you can do platinum the game and do all of the side quests, blah blah blah. But what we do when we finish GTA completely? We're going to research and we will figure out that there's a GTA Online, right? And we are going to try. Now imagine if GTA is completely bugged. Everybody will say bad things about GTA, right? Of course, you can fix it after, but your image is already damaged, which is something that happened with Cyberpunk, for instance. The image was damaged, even though now the game is super playable and super fun to play, but the image is already damaged. So next game that they do, we might expect that it's going to be broken, right? So why this 3 months patch is important? They want to release as much fixes as possible. They want to release as much. They make the game more playable before October. And why is that? Because they want the game to be playable when the Squadron 42 releases, so that when you finish Squadron 42, we will go to the website. Oh, they actually have this game. It's under development. Let me try out. And we play, and you have that first hour that they want to improve it. More enjoyable, and then after that you will want to stay and to play more and more and more. So yeah, I hope that you have seen the picture of why I say that Squadron 42 will be released this year, and why I think that Squadron 42 will still be released, because these bugs has been there forever, yet they didn't care to fix, with a claim that is also true, that when they reach to the end near the 1.0 they can optimize it. So why taking time for this, and why stopping developing of new features to fix all of these bugs? Because the last bug that they want to introduce is 4.11 in September, plus Squadron 42 event is next year. It's next month in October. And there's also this thing as the 42nd week of the year, which Squadron 42 will fit in. So yeah, I hope that they have seen this picture. I'm gonna leave the link for the video of the live talk. And yeah, this is my talks. Again, I'm gonna emphasize again, I don't work for CRG. CRG didn't give me any information. There were no leakage, there were nothing. It's just me reading this article and guessing about stuff. And I could probably be wrong or not. This is my guessing, but it seems like it. That's what I see. And I know Astropub came and said, yeah, it is not going to happen, blah, blah, blah. But as he said, and it's also something that happens a lot during development, that they pass wrong information to the developers, so that the developers will leak it, and they will know exactly who passed that information, because that information was fake, and they can act accordingly. I'm not saying that what happened. I'm not taking credit of Astropub. Astropub is amazing, and I would like one day to be in his podcast. But he was the one that also said on his when he said about this thing of not being released, he was the one also saying that he wanted to be wrong and he had this information, but could also be wrong. So yeah, So both of us can be, one of us will be correct. I don't know if I'm correct. I don't know if he's correct. I don't want to be correct. I think that he doesn't want to be correct. It's just what I think that what it feels that will happen. But yeah, again, take in mind that I don't work for CIG. I don't have any leaks. Nothing. It's just my guessing for the report. All right. I hope you like it. If you have liked it, consider subscribe and like the video. I'll do live streams very regularly on Twitch, Kick, and sometimes on YouTube. I'm gonna drop the link for the live streams on the description of the video. And yeah, I hope that you like it. I'm planning to bring other content as well. And yeah, I hope that you like it. I hope that this information makes sense for you. Let me know in the comments what you think. And I'll see you on the next video.